Hey, are you struggling with ground stroke consistency? Here is a really simple concept that's going to help you at the moment of contact so you can trust your ground strokes. And it is simply to make sure that prior to contact on a topspin ground stroke, that your strings are tilted down toward the ground. Think about 45 degrees tilted down. See, when we strike the ball, hitting a low to high topspin shot, it's best to have the racket very vertical at contact. If your racket's wide open, the ball's going to go up, it's going to be a lob. If your strings are pointing too down, the ball's just going to go into the net. So simply speaking, what we're looking for is a racket that is straight up and down, flush against the back of the ball. And we're going to swing from below the ball to above the ball. The more we swing up, the more the ball spins down due to topspin. But how do we safely and reliably get the racket to be straight up and down against the back of the ball? It's one of the most difficult things for learning players, even intermediate players, to get. And if you just know one simple concept, it can actually make a world of difference. And that is when the racket is down in the back. I mean, obviously you want to make a C swing, you're going to drop the racket down below the ball. But you can notice my racket is tilted down toward the ground. Now it's not perfectly flat, but it's about 45 degrees tilted toward the ground. When the strings are tilted down about 45 degrees prior to contact and when you're below contact, when you swing low to high without doing anything, without rolling the wrist or trying to open up the racket, if you just set the racket below the ball with the racket closed, tilted down toward the ground, and you just swing up to contact, your racket will naturally be facing forward. And the low to high swing will lift the ball over the net. The top spin will bring the ball down. And since you lifted, you avoid the net, and the spin bringing the ball down, make sure the ball doesn't go long. And you just build confidence and consistency, and you win a lot more matches. So let me show you this from the back. It is the same idea. You're going to turn high. When your racket drops, notice my racket is not on edge. And this is really what causes this, right? A lot of players, they drop the racket and they think, well, since I need my racket against the back of the ball, again, if I'm hitting this way, I need my racket straight up and down at contact. So when they drop the racket, they think it's supposed to be on edge. If I'm hitting the ball this way, when they drop the racket, they think on edge in the back here is a good thing. You actually want the racket closed at this point, slightly, about 45 degrees. That's actually what leads to the racket facing your target at contact when you swing low to high. So if you're looking for ground stroke consistency, just film yourself, shadow swing, be aware where your strings point prior to hitting the ball in the back. If your racket is on edge in the back, it's most likely going to lead to you with the racket open. You're then going to have to roll the racket to try to time it. It's very difficult. Just close the racket in the back and then swing low to high, swinging from below contact to above contact. You're going to get the top spin you're looking for to get the control, the confidence, and the belief in your ground strokes again. This is Ryan over at 2 Minute Tennis. Talk to you soon.